Will you abide by the DFL endorsement? If not, why?
I will be abiding by the DFL endorsement.
Yes, I'll abide by the DFL endorsement. And I will also help, if I don't get it for some reason, I'll help the person that does.
Of course, I'll abide by the DFL endorsement. Last thing I want to do is be in the primary.
I'm sorry, I can't make that promise to you. And I do want to be in the primary, and I do want to make a difference. So I'm going all the way.
The first one we will start with is you, Chef Hayden.
Once again, I'd like to thank all of you for taking out the time of your busy schedules to participate in tonight's forum. The next representative in District 61B is going to need to have experience in working with coalitions, the dedication on working on behalf of communities, and the innovation to facilitate and create new ideas. As we work towards a better Minnesota, and especially a better Minneapolis, we deserve a progressive, smart, and visible leader. I'm that person, and I ask for your support.
Why should you vote for me at the convention? First and foremost, I'm the survivor of a semi-truck accident, and I had to learn and walk and talk each day. I live with a closed head injury, similar to those injuries suffered by some of our troops in Iraq. I had to decide if my disability was going to control me or if I was going to control it. When I came to Minneapolis with my wife and daughter, I came as a member of the Minneapolis Grain Exchange. Of course, things didn't go so well the first year, so I borrowed $50 and started driving taxi. By the end of that year, I owned 7 taxis. I've never been a stranger to hard work, and I'm still the co-owner of Northwest Taxi. I know what it's like to meet a payroll. I know what it's like to prepare a budget and stay on budget. I know what it's like to train people. Tom Harkin of Iowa told me that we must give people a hand up and not a handout. When the Somalian community started coming here in 1996, I trained many of them how to become cab drivers. I worked with them to teach them how to speak English. I worked with taxi cab drivers throughout the state of Minnesota, and I did write the small passenger vehicle section of the 1999 Omnibus Transportation Bill. I encourage you to Google my name and to visit the Minneapolis Mirror and my website. I have a long history of activism. As a survivor of a closed head injury who has learned how to make his life better, please give me the chance to make the lives of the people in Minnesota better. Please vote for me at the DFL convention, and please tell your friends and fellow delegates to vote for me. Thank you all for coming to this debate.
We really need to put money in the preschool piece. We need to make sure that kids are learning in the Head Start piece. That's one of the reasons why I want to be there, because I care about the kids. I care about our kids. My kids are grown, and I can tell you that when I was a kid, actually, during the recess periods in the summer, I used to play hard, climb the trees, play with trucks and all that kind of stuff. And when I got to the 7th grade, where you weren't in the same class. Oh, by the way, when I was in the 4th grade, my teacher said I had the best handwriting she'd ever seen, but she whispered it though. But when I got to the 7th grade, I was in my math class, I remember, and the teacher asked a question, and a couple of hands went up right away, and I had just barely kind of absorbed what the question was, and there were kids answering the questions. And I thought to myself, gee, the teacher must have gave those kids the answers before class started. I mean, that's how fast it was. But I realized that they were getting help at home, you know? It was a little different. When I was playing, they were getting help at home. And I want to stress that to our community, that we need to help our kids when they're little. The other thing is, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to have a fight on the floor of the house. And I want to work for you, I want to work for me, I want to work for our kids. We need to do something different. And the last thing is, I really would want to have the opportunity to talk with you as often as we could. A lot of times when you elect somebody, you can't talk to them anymore until it's time to re-elect them again, or it's time for them to run for office. Thank you.
Well, what I want to leave you with is 2 things. Really, again, what I'm interested in representing this district is being partners with all of you. I think I'm pretty smart, but I'm not the smartest person in this room for sure, do you know? And I'm not the most, I am creative, but I'm not the most creative person in this room. And what I look for, and what I count on you for, if I get the endorsement, is really that we are working together as partners, and that I can count on you to work with me, and you can count on me to work with you. Both getting ideas for what solutions are there, and what solutions we can create together, but also to really, I back you up, and you back me up, and we're gonna have a great, great time. I also really am interested in really looking for the causes from what we're looking at for issues that are important to us. You know, people in my neighborhood are very concerned about prostitution. But when we look at what are the main causes of prostitution, one of the main causes is homelessness. That within 48 hours of a young person being on the street, they are prostituting themselves. And that is not okay. And the cause is homelessness for a lot of these people. So we really need to take a look at what there is to do and get busy rolling up our sleeves and doing it. I also see that a lot of the crime in my neighborhood, one of the roots is unemployment, especially in the African American community. Someone pointed out to me, you know, it's a vicious cycle. You don't have the job opportunities, and you need to make money for your family somehow. And if that's the only way, that's what it's going to be. And then that creates a vicious cycle of those people not getting jobs again and being denied housing. And we really need to look at those communities that need our special support and really put things into place that are going to make a difference there. So thank you very much.